Hello and welcome to Halcyon. This is going to be the sort of obligatory thank you video. Basically, I've just released my 100th video, which seems crazy to think I've released 100 of these goddamn things. Basically, I want to take a moment to say thank you to anyone that's had a watch of the videos that I've produced, who's suggested ways to improve, enhance, better create, ideas, thoughts on the direction, thoughts on the look, thoughts on the presentation of the show, people that have given me shout outs, every single person subscribed and every single person that out of minor curiosity or for a genuine passion for the show has had a watch. So I'm going to take this opportunity to kind of use this video to explain what it is that I'm going to be trying to do going forward for those who have invested and for people that might consider watching the show in the future. So basically, my view from now on is I'm going to be releasing one video a week on a Monday and one video a week on a Friday. The reason for this is simple. It means that you guys have a constant flow of content that you know it's going to be coming and when, you know, reasonably speaking what you're going to get, and more to the point, it allows me to create content that I'm happy with the quality of, because the problem with YouTube is that it puts you in this cycle of wanting to release content constantly. I currently have, I think, 14 videos that are ready to go, produced, edited, you know, all the rest of it, and I have about 20 or 30 more that I've written, but just not gotten around to filming for one reason or another, and I need to edit, produce, and then render. I can't tell you how unconscionably hard it is with YouTube, because the trend of emotions that you go through when you're trying to create content is incredible. The elation of having an idea or a concept that you think is going to work, then moving on to producing it, to filming it, and then going into editing it and trying to find ways of enhancing in the performance of yourself and adding in and incorporating elements that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to, such as, you know, shorts, little comedy bits that you can add into for, you know, poops and giggles, you know, serious notions as well. Also finding a way of engaging with your audience, and this is a problem that I've had since the beginning. I think the number one thing in entertainment, which is effectively what we do here on YouTube and on VidMe, we're trying to entertain people, we're trying to engage with them and get them involved and invested on an emotional level of some description. And that's no different with my channel. With me though, I've always tried to approach things from a slightly more intellectual perspective. I always try to look at my videos as a way of engaging with my audience who want to listen to something from a different perspective. That is being a slightly slower, more considered view rather than, oh my god, did you see that thing? Oh my god, it was so amazing, oh my god, or poo, I didn't like it, f that thing. With that came my original idea for Halcyon, which is to try and produce content that goes at a steadier pace, that doesn't necessarily follow the trends of what everyone else is doing. Now inherently that causes some problems in not being able to appeal to a mass audience, because every mass audience wants now, new. And I'm just not about that as an individual or indeed as a producer and content creator. I am going to try over the coming weeks and months to produce more up-to-date content with the more investment that I can put into the channel, i.e. going to the cinema at least once a week to watch the most recent releases, and indeed buying at least one new game a month to review for a proper Halcyon, which is what I was also going to move on to say. Every week I'm going to try and release at least one review, Blink, Razer or a Halcyon, and at least one podcast. There may be additional content coming in the form of the epic look videos, which to be honest I did for poops and giggles, because I thought it was the dumbest idea I could possibly come up with, but it turns out people think it's kind of funny. So I might make more of those as like an additional pick-me-up on a Wednesday or something like that, but not on a consistent basis unless I think of a particularly funny idea or a different slant for the videos. But just to be clear, the promise will be this: at least one Halcyon a month, full-blown 30 to 45 minute review of something. It will probably be a game, because for copyright reasons it's very difficult to get around that with movies and music videos. However, there will be razors that cover movies, television series and music videos. In fact, I'm planning 2 music video reviews that I'll probably do on a Blink that will be most impressive and most enjoyable to review. And add to that, the Halcyons, like I say, I'll try and devote those to the newer releases. So when I get a game, I'll complete it, review it to the most absolute maximum, put all the production quality I can into it to make sure it's as enjoyable and palatable as possible. The other thing I'm going to pledge is that for anybody who wants to contribute to the show, I will plug the holy hell out of them. Now, I have been focusing my efforts on trying to spread the love for a number of channels. However, there are a few that kind of get on board initially and then kind of teeter off. There are other channels who've stayed loyal and have continued to plug my stuff as I've plugged theirs. So I will be focusing more on trying to create content with them, plugging their content, so you'll start to see their content in the middle of my videos, just as a thank you for the support, to be perfectly honest with people. Also, it stands. If you want to come and host a show with me, either on a podcast or on a review, if you've got the balls to do it, you're going to get yourself one of these handy shirts. They make you slimmer when you're on YouTube. Believe me, I'm actually 35 stone and I can barely fit through that door. But on YouTube, as you can see, I'm quite slender looking, wouldn't you say? Tits aside. Anyway, back to the reason for the video. The 100th video is going to be this. However, the 100th video commemoration, if we want to call it that, is actually going to be an idea because I threw it out to the good people of Facebook. And it's going to be basically a countdown list of the 100 greatest things. I can't recall off the top of my head who suggested it, but I really love that idea as a way of just having 5 minutes of and this and this and this, and I'm just going to spend maybe a day or two trying to think of 100 things that I think are really, really super amazing and awesome, so that people can flood the comment sections with 5 or 6 or 10 of their own suggestions. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Once again, I just want to take an opportunity to say thank you to everybody. It might seem like a very silly pastime or a peculiar pastime to produce content of this nature and to spend so much time with, all of this going on around me right now. But to be honest, it's just the most creatively rewarding thing I've ever produced. It's always in a state of flux and improvement, I would hope. Just in terms of how I choose to present myself and how I choose to present this content to you, in terms of how much production value I put into it and how much time I spend writing the script and trying to come up with silly jokes. But I can't say thank you enough to the people that have supported me, who've watched religiously in certain cases, who have suggested things that I should do to improve, because honestly, without that, I don't think I'd still be doing it, for one, and I certainly don't think it would be to this kind of quality. And it will be because of you that when I do try to build myself up to the ultimate goal of getting to 1,000 subscribers, you will be the people that will be responsible for that and no one else. So thank you from the deepest recesses of my soul for supporting me in this endeavor. I hope you continue to watch, like, share, and subscribe. And as always, people, thank you very, very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys for the next 100 videos of Halcyon. Take care.